Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Space Engineers. I'm your host, Quantum Tater. Quantum Tater already said hello. Did I wave? I did. Hello. Last time we started the farm over there. You can see it. It's beautiful. It's the best thing I've ever seen. We also had a couple of comments. Clyde, he said, my concern about. First of all, he said he hacked me and put subgrid gremlins in my system. Um, He said he's watched a ton of SE videos and he's never seen the things that happen. Me either, Clyde. And he also said that anti worried about the Gatling turrets being atop my hydrogen tanks and that going ba-boom. I am a little worried, but I'm also not because I don't know. They're probably going to go boom anyway. So some weird things happened last time. John has also never seen these arrows. He said that he couldn't even get his to load, which is weird. And he says it's taking forever to load and stuff. Another thing I noticed, guys, um, I for some reason it won't let me. It says can't build tracks on neutral or enemy vehicles. I own this vehicle. I even did a little um, can use all terminals and creative mode to see if I could figure out why I can't do this. I definitely own this vehicle. If we go into the cockpit here, we go into info. You can see that it is the squirrel production or control panel transfer shared with faction. Me, I own it. Nobody, yeah, like I don't know. I don't know why I can't do the tank treads. It's very weird to me. Um, so I had to reattach all these things here. This thing blew off, which I haven't corrected that yet. I don't know what happened to the subgrids. Clyde said he's never seen it. I've never seen it. Clyde also lamented that the irrigation things are stupid and they shouldn't be stupid, but they are stupid. What else? Yeah, the crashing issues. I think John had mentioned he was seeing crashing issues as well. Um, yeah. Uh, I or loading issues. And I don't really know what's going on with that, honestly. 5 years to load. He said. Let's see. Strange. The hinge gave out. I've never seen that happen either, and it's all of them. And my crashing issue, John. This may be something with you. If you have subgrades and the hinges decided to bon voyage themselves. The only thing I could think is like, was I in a seat somewhere and I instead of hitting lock or parking brake, like I hit detach all hinges? Like, I don't know. Truly doesn't make any sense to me. So all the hinges broke, and the reason I was crashing is because I had subgrid, small grid blocks stuck inside large grid box, and it was causing some shaking and violence and things of that nature. So that's kind of what happened. There's a huge pain in the ass, is really what it was. And then yeah, and Chad, the original Chad, was like, on today's episode of What Can Go Wrong Will Go Wrong. Um, he said he didn't think it was experimental mode. It was an engine, but certain it was engineering related. Thank you, engineer error. uh, yeah, the farm plots are going to be all connected, guys. I realize that the way I've got that laid out looks like I'm not planning to connect them all interconnectedly. I am. I'm going to say connected a whole bunch as well. And then what else? He said, notice from Secretary of Space. Ooh, very fancy. It's time to renew my space pilot's license, and I'm required to bring a bunch of stuff that I don't have, and nor will I bring it. So you can put that in your pipe and smoke it. I'm gonna grab some of the blocks I need to build stuff. And I think what I'm gonna do. So I did, and then I had a new commenter, or not new, but Pendragon Mister, Pendragon Mister 8987. New commenter or first time commenter. Welcome, 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 welcome. The reason I didn't just transfer stuff in the ship via the container is because I'm lazy. And by being lazy, I was being not lazy because it takes more effort to do what I do. So with the goat sorter, what you can do is you can do, just really quick, sorry. With the goat sorter, you can, your cargo containers, you can put hidden. And the hidden will allow you to transfer stuff to it. So if I come here and I click this and I go to hidden, I should be able to now come over to the component side of things, and I should be able to go blep and it not take them from me. Blep, blep. Uh, Probably don't need that many. Oh, what? What? Hidden is supposed to prevent these things. If I'm looking at this thing correctly, hidden is supposed to prevent them from being sorted. Maybe I have that backwards. So let me see. So yeah, basically that's why I wasn't doing the sorting because um, I thought you could just do hidden, but apparently hidden is not correct. So let's hidden items from auto crafting. Oh, that's from auto crafting. Okay. Let's see docking priority, ignoring connected grids. So I think I can just by default the script sorts and manages connecting grids, meaning ships connect stations, blah blah blah. So what I could do is I could potentially go to the grid. Let's see, either of the connectors. Okay, so what I could do is I could come to this guy here, and I can, oops, wrong button. Connector. I can take the flying squirrel connector, and I can do no goat. I believe that's what you're supposed to do. And then now, if let me see if that's correct. Oh, show on HUD's fine. So if I do no goat, then what I can do is I can come to. Oh, look at that! Oh, world cock. That's supposed to be on the FS connector. There we go. No goat. Do that, and then now if I come here to components, and I say you can have this, and this, and this, and this, and this. It specifically says this will stop the script from sorting containers, but it will still fill stock containers, generators, and reactors. If the connector grid has GSIM installed, docking priority will decide the script will pause. No sorting, so this will completely stop the script from interacting with the connected grid. If the connected grid has a GSIM installed, goat sorting mod installed, both scripts won't be paused. Remember, you can add these tags to both sides of the connector. You can also add or change these tags inside the script configuration part. So why did that not work is the question. And to you, I'd say, I don't know. I think it has to be all caps. So let's give it the old college try one more time. And eh, 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 eh. Seems like it's working. Hey, look at that. Would you just look at it? All right. So we've got some parts. This is going to keep refilling, so that's okay. Now we can take off. Up, up in the air in my beautiful balloon. Anybody? That song? Nobody? So anyways, that is why, Pendragon, that is why I didn't do those things, because I was being lazy. Now, if I come in here really quick and I don't need to have these say hidden anymore. That's a waste of time and is likely not doing me any favors. So, it's probably breaking stuff. So let's go ahead and lay some more stuff out before I get to welding. Let's go ahead and come over here. And we're gonna just sit down real quick. We're gonna damage our ship entirely. It'll be cool. It's fine. It's fine. Nobody's worried about it. So yes, what we were saying is we were gonna do BI CN, and the plan, if there was a plan, was going to basically be what I wanted to do is we actually don't need this one or this one is my thought. And let's go ahead and dang it, inventory is full. That's not what we want. Why is inventory? But why? I'll do you one better. Why is Gomorrah? And that's just because. Inventory. Yeah. Inventory full. No, well, that's fine. I need those parts. Spare parts. Okay. Chop that off. Chop that off there. Okay. So what if we knock? Oh, those parts fell to their doom. Cool. Well, that's what they say. They say that those parts fell to their doom. They don't say that. Okay, let's do that right there. And I think we already had one of those here, here, here. No, not again. Dang it. I knew that was going to happen. I don't know what. I don't know what I was thinking. So there's that, there's that. Before we do it again, before I lose even more parts to space hell. Whee! Come over here. I want to chop this guy out. Space hell, no can do. All right. So we're going to do that right there. That's going to be like that. That's going to be like that. That'll be fine. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, and then what my plan is now is to have them all connected, just like you were saying. So I'm thinking, just as a... Okay, we want that. Definitely like that, but we want to... I got to think about this for a second. So let's go hide in the shade first while I think about how I want to do this, because I still need to connect the stupid things. And the way to do that is going to be basically... by the way, what we're working on today is this. We're going to finish this out. So we're going to do some different things, some stuff and things and stuff. You know, that's very important stuff. Look at this, we got ourselves a little cargo container. So none of this is connected to back there, and that's going to be a little bit of a problem. Now, somebody mentioned what he likes to do is do stuff in the basement, and I'm like, I don't have a basement, but I could have a basement. I could chop out a block or two and go into a basement, but I don't want to do that right now. So we're not going to do that right now. What we're going to do is we're going to think about what we've done. Why do we only have 3 of these? That's weird. It is weird. Inset farm plot. I need just the regular color. Okay, put you there, put you there. Okay. So I'm thinking. How are we going to connect? How do we want to connect up the guys? I still want them to be placed there, there, and there, but it's how to get the juice in there. You know, that's a big one. The juice. The juice is loose. Let's think for a minute. We're gonna make these blue, because that makes sense, right? So if I put this guy here, this guy can be here. The guy can't be there. I don't like it. We're gonna do him reversed. This guy's gonna be here, and then this guy's gonna be here. We could potentially do. Okay. I have an idea. Yep, I have an idea. So we'll put this block here, and we'll put this block here, and then we're gonna do we're gonna do thinking. That should connect to that one. This would connect to this one, and then from here, nope, wrong button. From here, and then we do like think, blink, blink, and then blink, blink. Nope. I know I should be time lapsing this. That's what we were doing right there. And then my other thought was to come down here, and we want to get these guys back, and we're gonna go back to this curve boy here. Make sure it's the right color. We're gonna that way, and then that way. that way, that way, that way. I did it my way. Oh, no! Space Ocean's gonna get mad at me. I'm sorry. Ow, 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 ow. You know what? We're gonna eat some food and cool off. All right, we're gonna sprint back to the place. Oh no. Okay, run. Run to the shower. We're gonna need a food cleaning station. That's what that tells me right there. And by a food cleaning station, I mean we're gonna need a shower for the food people. Right? That makes sense. That tracks. It's not letting me eat this food, by the way. Okay, so now that we've got that, and I'm decontaminating, decontam shower maybe. There we go. Get it off. Let's go ahead and start the time lapse right about meow, and we'll see how we get going. We'll see if all the effort pays off for my design. And I have a design for what I want the whole thing to look like, so I'm hoping it's exciting for everybody involved, including myself. Come along, children, let us build. You know what we've run into? We've run into a slight issue, guys. The primary issue that we've learned into, good grief, that we've ran into, is I still don't have a camera. You know what? We can fix that problem right now. Okay, let's go ahead and plop down. We need this block here. We're not going to do that. Yes, camo. That's the perfect. That's the docking. Dock remote. Beautiful. I love everything about it. And then what we need before I do that is to come down here. We're gonna need a camera, a Cameroon. I don't think I do have one right there. There we go, perfect. Now it's not gonna be set up right away, but what we can do is we can take a nice little land. Lock down. And then we can pop over to this thing, weld everything up. I don't know what we're welding up so aggressively, but that works for me. Let's get inside really quick. We need to... one of the things we need to do, which I didn't think about doing, we need to produce more. Well, I did think about it. I just, you know, really quick. Now, last time I walked into our drill area, I definitely 100% crashed. So we're going to go ahead and plop a save because, you know, don't trust the system. And then let's go ahead and get this. I'll get this thing done out. There's apparently a ticker you can have. I don't know how to do this stock ticker, but we're going to up the amounts of stuff. So to plate, let's do 1500. I feel like this can be 250. That doesn't need to be that. That could be 1000. That's fine. We can do 100. That's fine. 500. 320. Good idea. Small steel tubes. Let's do 750. I don't know how much we need of these things. 2500. This honestly could be 3500. Let's just add more. Those components we want 0. That's perfectly fine. Where are the construction components? This could easily go up. So let's go ahead and hit OK there. Bulletproof glass is probably going to also need a bump. Let's just do 500. There we go. Let's get that production queue up. Yeah, I'm sad this failed the way it did right there. So We probably need to build some kind of like, I don't know, we need to build something for that, but I am not going to worry about it. Also, I've noticed some of my sounds aren't working exactly the way they normally do, so that's kind of strange, but like the weld sounds for the ship, which I'm not mad about because welding is obnoxious sounding. And I know the H-Nutter needs a paint job. We got some unfinished tags. You know what? While we're here, I know this is extra time and I should pick a faster closing door, but I'm not going to. Okay, let's go over here, tasks. We're gonna do paint. We're gonna do paint finish. Getting those things built up so that's a checkbox. I think that's important. All right, let's get back to work. Now hop up in here. Going back to the thing we were doing before, we come here. We then go to components and we say, I don't think we need the grids right now, but it's okay. Why are these cargo containers sorted so strangely? There we go. Here, here. We probably don't need those anymore. We don't need those. Let's go ahead and get some more of those. We're gonna need them. Those things for sure. Those things for sure. For sure. You know what? Let's just put some of those in there. We don't need a bunch, but might as well. Displays, we're always gonna. There's always gonna be a need. Construction components were honestly the thing we ran out of, if I'm being honest. So, to me, we should probably go ahead and. Okay, let's go ahead and tick off. Oop. Now, what we can do, first we can move this switch lock to down there, and then 5, what I like to do, this is my personal preference, we do control, and then when I hit this, I come here, I hit 5 again, I do view, and then, not the right thing, and here, switch lock, and then I can do this, and then I can, yeah, perfect. So that's what we needed. That's what we needed. All right, we've got this. Let's go back over here, get the welding up, and then we've got to build out the rest of this thing. I think we may have too many blocks on this end piece right here. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to get that kind of sorted, if I may, and then, yeah. Let's go ahead and get to the welding pieces. Back to the time lapse. Alrighty, look at that. We have some stuff. I haven't decided about this coloring of these blocks, but I think we're on to a... What does it look like when we color these with this grid color? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Yeah, that'll work. It's a in progress type thing. Let's see if I can get that. What do we have here? We have we're just whole ass missing a block. Okay, well, that's neat. We can get that fixed up. Put that in there because I think that's going to be that. Okay, so we have a, looks like we have a block in there that's also messed up. Come in here, see what we got. What's going on here? Oh, it's just not welded. Okay, so that's interesting. Why are these floor center steel plate? Okay, these are all floor center. They're just different coloring options. So we have weldless in here, and that's not bad. That's kind of the open space, the open thing of this. I'm not really sure. I had an idea of not doing like whole blocks in the vein of like, but we can, let's go ahead and give it a go. Let's see what it looks like if we just fill out the entire roof section here. We're gonna need I don't know if I don't know is the answer that I have for you right there. Let's just keep going. Obviously the paint job is not final and it's very gray right now, which is mediocre at best, but it's okay. Laying out a ton of blocks is always a pain in the ass, in my opinion. Because, you know, you want to do like the creative mode. Like one thing about Space Engineers too, right? You get that like holographic build state type thing, which is cool as hell. And you can do like, oh man, I've got this neat holographic build state and all this stuff. And so you can lay stuff out, get an idea of kind of what it will look like without messing around too much. And then, you know, there you go. So this wall here is probably not going to be that color. We're going to do like a that. And then this is going to be weldless, which I don't know that I love the idea of. But I put the batteries here. And the reason I did that, I thought that would be an interesting move across the board. To kind of put the batteries like those two so you can access the things in the middle of the restaurant type thing. I thought that'd be kind of neat. Obviously, I don't have any lighting in here whatsoever. We'll probably add some. There's one right there. We're going to have to add some additional lighting across the board. But that's a pretty big space, right? This is obviously we got to lay out tables and stuff like that. But that's not a bad looking space for the inside. We'll probably go a little bit further out with this guy here so that, you know, the restaurant bars, the bar keeps going on and out. We probably want to do that now, I suppose. Which one of these blocks was it kitchen block? I don't know if I kept the kitchen block on here. I don't think I did. Oh, it's right there. Perfect. So maybe another prep station down here. Something like that. Oh, that's a full prep station. And then right there. And then we can go back to this guy here. And we can add, where did I put the tables? I had tables on here somewhere. Tables. Meteor storm inbound. No thanks. And then we can do like a, there's that, and then maybe we have like, yeah, we don't want people getting around in there too much, so that kind of gives that stuff. And then we're gonna have seating areas, maybe a big table, a couple of big tables over here by the window, something like that. Um, Thinking about this, having this all welded in really quick, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna undo some of this so that I can get I can get the flying squirrel in here a little bit. Just a little bit, like maybe, you know, that way we can, you know, just a little bit so I can get to the tables and weld and stuff. I think that's probably a good idea, just to be able to do that, I think, personally. So, yeah, we can lay out some tables really quick and then we can see what you like. So, restaurants often have, that's pretty good. Do it that, like that, like that. Table of 4 right there. maybe a table of 4 right there. Thinking over here by the window, we'll do like a blop, 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 and then we need probably another one of those guys there. Right there. And then let's see, we'll do this guy here, this guy here. Another like a table right there, and then we can do another. And so so that's the restaurant space. We're going to put the lights on it. Obviously, I haven't done that yet. And then I think what we might do, I was thinking about this earlier, but what if we had like, oh, I don't know. We need like some planters maybe. Can we get this in the corner? We can't. Okay, so that's okay. That's okay. We don't need to be able to put it in the corner over there. Ooh, you know what we should do though? We absolutely can do this right there and then say like, yeah, we have live fish tank or a live terrarium. No, not live terrarium, but a fish tank. Yeah, definitely gonna have a fish tank here. I would get that, like, you know, have some stuff to look at. People will be like, oh, cool, I like looking at animals. I don't mind that like that. And then what I wanted to do shelf-wise, let's see. So there's this guy here. Ooh, you know what we need? We need like a, next to the fish tank, we can have like a drink station. You know what? Maybe I thought this would be a cool idea to have like the battery recharge pack here. Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's go over here really quick. And okay, what if we did, what was I was working on this guy here? Like a drink station. Yeah. Okay, so like if I cook drink station. There's that. We got that. We got our serving areas right there. And then what I was actually looking for, what I think could be neat, which I don't think it's going to be in this, and it might not be in this one either. Those are all terrariums and stuff. You know what we need? We do need a bathroom. Got bathroom here, and we'll pretend those doors close. Thems and thems. Thems and thems bathrooms. That'll work. There, and then let's see. What else? What else? We don't need a bed. This ain't no sleepy time restaurant. We can put, I think, on the restaurant over here, what we can do is like oh, this is just like the breaker area. Like, there we go. Do like a breaker area, like a little thing just for some greebles. We don't really. Oh, you know what we need? We need a waiting area. We do need a waiting area. So let's do, waiting to be seated. There's that, and then maybe one additional couch right there. So waiting to be seated area right there. So far so good. I think we're moving along pretty good. Let's get rid of this guy. We don't need another one of those just yet. We clearly need a jukebox. That's gonna go right here, I think, is my idea. Actually, before we do that, what if we did, yeah, we want to kind of beef this up and make it look like it's not just about to get, you're not about to just get immediately evacuated from the area. So that means the jukebox is gonna come over here. So latrine right there, latrine right there. We could do the jukebox in this corner over here. Like, oh yeah, we can. Want a better place for this. I don't like that in front of the fish tank. You know what? We're just gonna do it here. Jukebox there. That's where that lives. What else? What else? What else? What else? Guys, we're thinking about this. We're thinking about it. We're thinking about it. Hey, what? Hey, oh, hey. Um, well, lockers. That's the one thing that we... Isn't there like a whole locker set for decorations? Yeah, it's this gun cabinet guy. What do we think about this? Nah, not gonna do that. We're not gonna have that. So I'm thinking of something. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of a thing, and I wish I knew exactly what it was I was thinking of. You know what? This guy here is probably okay. We could do that. Energon low. No way. No way. Let's go get in the car and think about it for a second. All right. Get some Energon back really quick. Maybe eat a snack while we're sitting in here. I know it's nighttime. We're getting stuff done. We're getting stuff done, eh? You know what? While we're getting stuff done, let's go ahead and take off and see if we can't get a little welding done on the inside here. I gotta quit. That was very hairy. I would not recommend doing what I just tried to do to get that stuff welded up. Let's go back. We can do this over here. We're gonna need gravity components. I know that's what we're missing on this guy here. We're not done. Obviously, the paint job is incomplete for sure. We got to get in there to those couches. I'm guessing what can't be welded up on those couches is probably construction components. If I had to take a guess as to what we're out of. Yeah, we're definitely out of construction components. Okay, so we got... Oh, did we just damage some stuff? No, we didn't. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Let's cut those engines. So what I was thinking, the last thing, so I wanted to do a couple of these guys. 9. Yeah, because we're doing like, we're basically going to do some like cells. So like, you know, we got racks for stuff for sale. You know, and then there was another thing, lab. I think it's the lab core set, but I don't know where that's under. So we're not going to do I think we didn't do the ones, like this is storage 3 superconductors and stuff. This is metal grids. I didn't do the one with thruster components. I guess I could. We could do one of the ones with thruster components. Okay, so we've got that guy. That's the thruster components and stuff. That's metal grids, and that's that guy. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, now, um, the lab stuff should be freaking right here, right? It's like lab shelving, but it's not. It's not called lab shelving. What is it? What is that? It's like experimental equipment, or I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna maybe some of these guys here. Yeah, like you gotta have. We've got pallets for stuff for sale. Put that there. Uh, right there. That'll be that. And then there's a lab thing that I cannot for the life of me. It's like lockers, but not like fridge. It's not fridge though. Man, what is that called? It's got, you know what? It's got to be this. It's got to be, we'll close that out. Do that. Let's check this guy here. Or it's this guy, is it? I bet you it's this guy. Yeah. Okay, so then, yeah, so we'll have like, uh, they're so big. That's huge. Oh, there we go. Every good farm store needs an armory for like an armory salesperson, and then over here we got the lab equipment. Look at that. And then yeah, so like this is our shopping center. Can buy weapons, food, get yourself a snack, all those things. We're gonna need interior plates on this guy. We're gonna need a grav component on this guy for sure. I'm definitely gonna need that, and that, and that, and that. Really, I can't. Oh, that and that, just in case. Okay, so that's those guys. That's kind of our shopping area. I think we could do a little bit more. What if we did? We need one more crate type thing. Um, I'm thinking, what if we do like a register? Like, all right, this is the guy. This is the guy who checks you out. He's like, okay, that would be $1, Bob. Or we could do like a self kiosk. Let's see if I can get that to pop in there somewhere. Nah, nah. None of these are working. None of them are doing what I want them to do. Self checkout. No, we're not doing self checkout. We're not going to have self checkout in this restaurant. That sounds terrible. So that means we need one more thing that I want to put over here, and I don't know what it is. I think another pallet. I think that's probably a good idea. Like, what if we just well, this kind of crate. This is good. This is good. You can buy your. There's that crate, and then ooh, you know what? We'll do one more. We'll just one more for the fun, for the chagrin, as it were. Um, Not a stack of barrels. We'll do this guy here. You can buy, yeah. So that's all your fueling and things needs. This is all the stuff you're gonna need to be able to buy for your wary on the go stuff. You get yourself a bite to eat. We've got all the food and everything like that. It's like a general store. It's gonna look like a general store. I think right now it looks pretty good. I don't know why my camera just freaked out. Let's go see if we can't load up everything we need. I don't love that right there. I don't love that these windows only have a single slant, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. So let's go ahead and get this guy back to the base. We'll even take a nap and get the sunlight back, and then let's illuminate the world. Um, and we'll get some more stuff added to this. I'm definitely gonna have to. Uh, Definitely gonna have to like. There we go. Get that locked on. Beautiful. Turn off those lights. There's no reason to keep them on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw all my parts in there. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put all my parts there. Yeah, we're going to need reactor components for sure, so that's okay. Let's go in and take ourselves a nap. I don't know if we have enough lighting in the base that I don't need to walk around with lights on, but we look pretty good, huh? I think so. Let's grab ourselves a snack, get ourselves a nap, and then we'll go back and we'll take a look at what we got. I think the problem. Nice little sunrise sleep. You know, when I lay in the bed, I think I'm going to have those turn off all the troffer lights. Do we have troffer lights on this thing? We don't. Okay, half troffer. Base troffer. Just because what I'm going to do is when I get to bed, I can. I don't know. Okay, what do we need? What we don't have for sure, we don't have construction. Like these obviously aren't going to be made yet. I probably don't have the reactor components, so I'm going to make at least one reactor component, maybe. Let's do one reactor component. Let's get that built. Ooh, missing silver. We're not going to be making a reactor component. Never mind. Okay, we've got some more stuff. Let's go and get this welded up, and then I think we're going to call it. The front part of the general store is almost complete. Ow, smacking my head into that. That's fun. Um, I don't know if I got the gravity component or not, so let's go here. Let's take a look. We'll go components. This can be put there. This can be put with that. I think we've got enough of everything. What do we need? Once again, we're out of this. This is the thing we don't have enough of. Are we missing some? We've got battery cells. We need to put an antenna, but that's not yet. You know what we can do? We can grab that. I'm not worried about it being a problemo. We've got Construction. We are out of interior plates, it looks like. So let's go ahead and grab all of our interior plates. That should be easy enough. We've got enough small steel tubes still. We don't have any large. No, we have large steel tubes. It tells me we don't need any. Still have displays, which means we don't need any of those. Beautiful. Okay, let's get back over there. Let's get another round of welding in. Look at that. It looks great. We're going to have a parking lot at some point. I don't know what that's going to look like as far as tunneling under, but let's see how close we can get. Let's see if I can get this stuff welded up from out here. Got to finish that general story, you know what I mean? All right. Got all those parts welded back there. We obviously have a giant hole in the roof still, as you do. I'll have to make a gravity component. I don't think I have those, truthfully. So that's okay. It's not like a big deal. It is just a deal. You know what we can do? We can slowly drop down. Real quick. Go here, grab that, grab that, grab that. What else do we need? Those are usually the 3, right? Oh, and these, yeah. Grab that. All right, so let's take a look and see how we did. We got everything welded up except for the obvious things. We need to do a paint job. The couches over here didn't get welded. Why they didn't get welded, who knows? Probably because we can just do that really quick. That's not a big deal. We need to find silver. That's probably gonna be the next thing. We need to make a little baby silver mine, maybe a gold mine as well. Gold mine. What do we think, guys? I think this looks pretty dang good. Oh, oh, it's missing interior plate. I can go get all that right now. I have all the access to that. Grav component, reactor components. Yeah, the grav component and reactor components I definitely don't have, so that makes sense that I don't have it, actually. That's perfectly logical. Is this the one that I like? I think this is the one that I like. This is number 3, access panel number 3, has the big red button. Yeah, it's like a stop everything type button. I like it. I appreciate it. I can't close it, but yeah, so look at that. Farm to table, kitchen. We've got ourselves, that's just an anchor point so it doesn't look like everything's just hanging. So I think we can put another light up there. That's kind of my plan actually. So we'll just do that now. Plate, that guy there, that guy there. That gives us 2 sets of lighting over there. We're gonna have some more this direction, which is fine. This weird vaulted ceiling thing, wasn't really any particular idea the reason I did that. But it does give me an idea to kind of do like I don't know, like come in here and do like a truss. Oh, we have the piping. Oh man, don't forget the piping. Yeah, we definitely got. So let's do the truss. And we have piping. Not that piping. What's the other one called? It's like there's that piping and this piping. Yeah, we need to make sure we're utilizing that. Like 7. I was thinking the truss wise, like I think it could look cool, like a structural beam to have it. Is there an off-center structural beam? I don't think there is. Yeah, there is. Yeah. Okay, so if I could do that and then just... Why? I don't know. Why not? But the other cool thing about that, though, if we did do this truss like that, we could have, I think one of these, like if I chop this middle boy out and then go back to that truss, 7, one of them, dang it, never mind. Say one of them does like a cool transition thing, but actually, okay, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if we did, we're going to have to do this litigiously, is the word I would use for this. So if we go 1, 2, 3. Four. So 1, 2, 3, middle part. And then we do 1, 2. I'm trying to see if I can get this thing to look neat. Oh yeah, that's gonna be cool, I think. And then we don't really need the extra light, but we can do like a. It'll look like little baby. They'll look like little access like Wi-Fi access points. And it doesn't block too much, so like you might hit your head or whatever. But yeah. Look at that. Maybe we do it the other way. Do we want it to tilt up instead of down? No, because I don't think the block will fit up. Is the problem? Let's look. I know you guys are like, geez, dude, geez, I'm crow. You probably aren't like that, but that's okay. So if we go up, oh, we can't go up. That answers the question. That's the question I had. If we, what is happening here? Yeah, there's no up, so that's okay. That is okay. So we can still have the Wi-Fi looking like a Wi-Fi adapter. There we go. Look at that. We got nice little stations. We can walk around, browse our wares, stuff like that. Check out the outside, things like that. And then last thing I want to do, last thing, and I swear we'll be done. I want to do like a. What about piping? What is this? Would this look cool? Nah, this isn't what I want. That's not what I want. I want to do somewhere out there beneath the pale moonlight. Okay, I'm done. I'm not done. I'm never done. I'll never be done. You can't stop me. No, it's too much. That's too much. I was thinking what I was thinking. I'll tell you what I was thinking. I was thinking if we did like a rail. Do we have railing? We do have railing. Do like this guy here. And then basically just to kind of give it like extra protection on the windows. I know those are big beefy blocks, but like you wouldn't want some guy careening into your windows. I don't know if that's what we're gonna go with. If we're gonna go with this texturing, I think it's good for like the roof, but it may not be necessary for anything else. So we give that a shot, give that a look. What do we wanna? We definitely need a screenshot of that. Look at the farm fresh, farm to table. We're gonna need some lighting probably. So you know what we're gonna do? Let's go over here. We're gonna pop into that, and we'll go ahead and turn those on while we're sitting there. And then this is the screenshot maker right here. Let's get a little. Yeah, I like the way it looks. It's obviously a gray blob right now, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this and you want to see me defeat the bad guys who betrayed us and landed us in this hellhole, well, you know what to do. You gotta press all the buttons, like all the things, subscribe all the guys. That's just what you gotta do. I don't know if we want I think we want to do. Let's do this. Oh, we don't want that one. Nope. Yeah, you know what to do. It's gonna be. I know this is gonna block some of our view, but I think it'll illuminate under there, and it might be really cool to see. But if you enjoyed this and you want to see me defeat the bad guys, well, the only way to do that is to join us. Join us in the Tater Rebellion in Pirates Au Gratin. Gratin, my bad. Sorry, Clyde. And yeah, come along for the next journey. This has been us kind of finishing up the farm. Obviously, I've only got the storefront done now. I've got so much left to do. on the back part, but we do have at least the plants. So now it's about building out the warehouse and seeing what that's going to look like. Have some ideas and thoughts. I might do a little sculpting offline. I might not. I'm kind of enjoying this, but I know that building episodes are not always the most fun thing in the world. I get that. So you guys let me know. Do you want me to do a little off record building, or do you want me to delete this block that's not supposed to be here? You know, you guys tell me what you think would be the best thing in the world, and I'll tell you whether or not it's possible. And I think it is. I think anything is possible if you set your mind to it. That's my philosophy, anyways. So we've got ourselves those things. If we look at the cargo network, oh, that's what that is. That's why that is messed up right there, because uh, this is supposed to be that right there. And I don't know why those blocks are the color they are, but they are the color they are, and that's okay. You know what? No, no, we'll fix this. Anyways, I can't even leave. I can't leave you guys. I wish I could quit you. I don't wish I could quit you, but I do say that I am definitely squirreling it up right now. So, yeah, that's that block there. That's that block there. I think we should be good to go. Uh, we'll go ahead and knock this guy out and do the same thing we did to that other one. But if you enjoy this, oh my God, stop saying that. How about that? All right, guys, that's been it. This is it. I appreciate you guys coming along. Thank you for everything. I will catch you later, taters. And as always, be kind and stay ornery. Bye.